Who misses the Soviet Union the most? American workers. I know it sounds ridiculous. Don't rush to judge. Let's talk about the golden age of American industrial workers. During the Cold War, the US and the Soviet Union competed not only over missiles, but also over which system was superior. To prove that capitalism is better, America had to build a living example. The middle class, especially the happy, prosperous blue-collar workers. Back then, US propaganda was in full swing. Then Vice President Nixon even went to Moscow to show off a model home, boasting that any American steel worker could afford one like that. Supermarkets packed with goods, suburban houses, and shiny new cars all were part of a global ad campaign declaring, "This is capitalism's victory." In truth, the American dream was a geopolitical weapon, and the American worker was the ammunition. And that ammunition was powerful. In 1960, a typical home cost $11,900, while the median family income was $5,600, and only 2.1 times more. That meant a worker could buy a house outright after just 2 or 3 years of saving. The Golden Age began in 1950 when the Auto Workers Union signed the Detroit Treaty with General Motors. A dream contract that promised: number 1, company-funded pensions; number 2, half of all medical insurance costs covered by the company; number 3, automatic wage increases that always outpaced inflation. At that time, unions were at their peak. 1 in 3 American workers was a union member. These benefits soon spread across industries. But while America was showing off its happy workers abroad, a quiet campaign to destroy the unions had already begun at home. The Cold War was both a shield and a curse. In 1947, the Taft-Hartley Act severely restricted union power. Under the banner of protecting ideology, the US government purged thousands of union activists. This broke the spine of the labor movement. The real tiger became a paper tiger. Once unions were weakened, capital struck back. The 1970s brought deindustrialization. The Rust Belt was born. On September 19, 1977, Youngstown Steel in Ohio abruptly shut down its main plant. 5,000 workers lost their jobs overnight. Within 5 years, 50,000 related jobs were gone. Locals called it Black Monday. If that was a local tragedy, 1981 was a national one. More than 10,000 air traffic controllers went on strike, believing the government wouldn't dare fire them. But President Reagan gave them a 48-hour ultimatum: return or be dismissed. They didn't believe him. Reagan fired 11,000 of them in response. That move sent a clear message: the era had changed. The US government now stood with big business. From then on, ordinary Americans are becoming the hostages of the capitalists. Behind Reagan's move was a new creed, neoliberalism. It sounded good: trust the market, cut taxes, reduce regulation, let wealth trickle down. At the same time, globalization let capital move freely to cheaper countries. Inside the US, the government crushed the unions. Abroad, corporations closed American factories and opened new ones in Mexico or China or elsewhere. American workers were squeezed from both sides. No protection at home, no competition abroad. The Detroit Treaty was torn to shreds. The Golden Age was over. After that, the wealth that once went to workers started flowing upward. The CEO-to-worker pay ratio tells the story: 20 to 1 in 1965, 399 to 1 in 2021, 20 times worse. The so-called trickle-down economy turned out to be a beautiful lie. So who should miss the Soviet Union most? Not because they loved it, but because its existence made them matter. When the USSR collapsed in 1991, the whole performance, capital's middle-class showcase, came to an end. The ad was over, and so were the models. And now the middle class of China is bigger than the whole population of the United States. Anyway, what is the lesson here? Never celebrate when your rival dies. Their death might just be the beginning of your own. Coexist is the best option. Follow me, an Eastern perspective, to see the world.